Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Real Talking Podcast with your hosts Ash and JD. So, I know we've just spoke about it, but the Logan Paul, Dylan Dennis, KSI, and Tommy Fury, they had their press conference yesterday, as of the moment when we're recording. A few days ago, for when you good people are listening to us. So yeah, I know you didn't watch any of it. It was a bit of a mad one, to be fair. I know with all this YouTube boxing and that, it's always been quite an event, really. I remember when it was KSI and Logan Paul, all the dramas with them wearing the wigs and just fighting on stage and everything. But it's still an ongoing trend, apparently. Then.
Do you like KSI as a boxer?
He's entertaining as a boxer, I think, because obviously he's not got the pure natural talent of a proper professional boxer, but he's just always got just that random roundhouse, almost David Haye-esque, of like, if it hits right, if it lands properly, you don't know what's going to happen. You expect that knockout, but you've just not properly seen it.
Do you not think he's just been pulling with the right people? Do you remember that Mexican guy?
Yeah, Pineda.
What an absolute shambles that was.
Yeah.
After I watched that, I was like, that can't be real. I was like, that couldn't have been the main event, because he was absolutely
well, because with that first fight,
because he had two fights now, and didn't
but
that was the second fight.
That was the second one, because the first one was
it was
he's a rapper, isn't he?
Yeah. There's like a group of them, and he took it short notice, and then he fought again, and he really slimmed down for the second fight.
Yeah,
I can't remember. Yeah, but
it was fighting against him.
Swarms
or
something like that.
Yeah, so it was fighting against Swarms, and then the professional fighter was for the end as the main card. That was a bit of a comical one, really, because that Pineda is, as soon as he gets touched, he was just holding the back of his head. But I know, because I'd seen it afterwards, he's done that with his normal professional fights anyway.
Oh, okay.
He's a bit of a flapper like that.
Right, and then, because KSI's latest fight, previous fight, was against, what was his name, Fornals or something, and he elbowed him for the win. But he won on the night, but then he got realigned as a no contest in there. Yeah,
so again, because I'd watched that, now to be fair, KSI was, he was more energetic, not necessarily technical, but he was the better boxer on the night. And to be fair, it was just unlucky, because the way he swung his hook, and I know that it got called off, the win was cancelled, but it was a natural movement. As he's threw the hook, the arms followed, and it's caught him. But he was out cold. He wasn't going to win that fight. He just couldn't take it. Yeah. He come out with interviews afterwards. Fournier did, saying that's an MMA move, and the gym that he trains in, it's an MMA gym. He trains with MMA fighters and this and that. It's like, mate, just take it. You lost to a YouTuber. He just couldn't handle it. So,
the thing I've seen, that I haven't seen all the press conference. I just saw obviously clips on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it was Tommy wanted 8 rounds, but then KSI wanted 6 rounds. See, I think 8 rounds. I would want 8 rounds, just to see how, if he goes distance, just got more rounds.
Well, it's because he's done it as a compromise, because Tommy wanted it a higher weight compared to what KSI fights at, and so because KSI is going up a fair amount on weight, he obviously hasn't got the endurance for a longer fight, really. But it's all down to money as well, because I remember with one of them where Salt Pappy was fighting someone else, and they were on about more rounds, and he was like, I ain't getting paid enough to do more rounds. So essentially, let's just say he's getting 50 grand a round. They're only paying him 200,000 or however many rounds it was. He's like, so I'm not going to do any more because I'm not getting paid for it. So it's all going to be down to that as well. Yeah. Obviously, he's in partnership with the Zone and Misfits Boxing, so I don't think it's more so about the money with him. It's more going to be Tommy Fury because they're all just about the money, aren't they?
Some of them are just really ridiculous. Like they've done that tag team one, I believe, on the last event, and
I know of it. I didn't watch any of it.
It was so shit.
I don't know how tag team can work with boxing.
It had that Pineda in.
Yeah, I knew.
And to be fair, he was weighing in the other two lads, and one got hit. Quickly went over to his corner and tagged the geezer. He was pathetic. I know they're trying to like make it relevant and more.
Well, to be fair, so with the pre-sales of this fight with KSI, Tommy and Logan and Danny's, the pre-sales, it's already like smashed records and that, and so it's predicted to be the highest grossing pay-per-view event for boxing of all history.
Right in the UK?
No, all.
Okay.
Yeah, because obviously, with KSI's, I think across all platforms, he's got something like 40 million subscribers. Logan Paul, obviously, he's built a big wrestling fan base now because he's done 12 months or so with the WWE.
Have you seen him wrestle?
It's only little bits that I've seen on. Like,
he's a good wrestler. He's a really good wrestler.
Well, he's everything that you want for it, really, with the personality, the showboat, the entertaining the crowd, isn't he?
He's a good heel in wrestling, and he's got his belt for, isn't he? Is he like 6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, when he first started the boxing originally and that as well, the shape that he got into for that, and now he's just a unit, isn't he? He's so big.
He's always had a big frame, but
he's bulked it
he's
and
really,
he's defined it as well, isn't he?
His physique is really good.
Yeah, he's done well. So obviously it's his first time back since
the Mayweather fight. That was last time he
boxed. It was the Mayweather one, the exhibition, which he believed he won that as well.
And I remember seeing on his podcast, because I watched it, Mayweather didn't pay him for it, or up to that point still didn't pay him.
Yeah, which that's been claimed by a lot of people. I don't know how that works. I think because if you're doing it, you're not gonna not get paid, are you?
Because I thought you get paid. How I thought boxing worked is as soon as you leave the ring, you get paid a check. You get given a check, and then you get. I think it's a month later. It depends if you've got any sales in terms of if you got that in your agreement in your contract.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of stages for it. So how many you get per sales for yourself? I thought you got like a set purse, whether you win or lose, basically just for getting into the ring, and then you get like a winning fee if you won afterwards. Then as well, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I suppose it's different to I suppose it varies.
Yeah, I suppose each one
promotion
does.
Isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah, and obviously there's that many different ways of doing these contracts and that these days. I mean, again, because they all do private bets on it, obviously personal bets between each other and that as well, don't they? So I imagine he's got paid to a certain degree, but it's not like he's in once of a couple of million from an exhibition fight. He's absolutely minted, isn't it?
If this podcast went off and they said to you, Joe, top shagger, would you do it?
Well, yeah, it depends on who wants the beef, innit? Who wants the smoke?
Yeah, another podcast host.
I mean, obviously, it all comes down to time, because if I'm still working,
it's a point where obviously you kind of like the social media side of it's kicking off, whatever. So that's your job now. So
if this was funding us, so I didn't have to do
graft.
Yeah, my normal graft life. Then because you'd have the time to be able to train.
Yeah, because you'd wanna try and you'd wanna.
It's like when you see a lot of these YouTubers when they've gone from just playing the games in the bedrooms and then they've started hitting the gym and they're all toned and whatever now. It's like the fair play to them. They've gone from a fat mess to in good shape. But on the other hand, they've got all the time because they spend an hour or so just recording a video a day. Then they're sending that footage off to an editor So they've got literally like 20 hours, like minus you a couple of hours sleeping and that. They've got the rest of the day to go to the gym. So yeah, I think if it was sustainable income from the social media side of things, obviously we need more of you people at home to share it out to your friends, family, and everyone, and start earning some money really, because it is just all out of pocket still these days. I'm not complaining. We do always appreciate everyone that does take the time out of their day to listen to us two dickheads. The Rummy Anson deck is what we've been called. So.
Can you imagine me and you doing Saturday Night Takeaway, mate?
Oh,
fucking hell, I'm nervous doing this podcast.
Yeah, you don't even do the intros no more.
Nah, I can't.
I suppose it just worked the same, just mainly me chatting and you just chiming in every now and again.
Just giving a little bit here and there.
Yeah. I'd smash someone's face in.
But wouldn't the thought of like getting knocked out, like on television, and then keep getting reshown, wouldn't that not make you want to do it?
No, I don't think I'd be that bothered, because it's still going to open like doors up to more of an audience, more people that don't know you are going to find out about you, and then if the there's broken nose or whatever, then they'll start listening.
Yeah, to grow the platform.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I suppose this exposure, like some kind that you just can't.
Yeah,
you just wouldn't be able to generate.
It's all just going to be a win-win situation. I think that's why the majority of them do it, really.
We'd have to do a tag team one, mate.
Yeah.
Thing is, because I'm quite a big guy, the other guy's going to have to be quite a big guy.
Yeah, it would be kind of awkward with the weight classes, wouldn't it? I don't know, we'll save that for when it comes around, isn't it? So back to the press conference then. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it started off with Dylan coming out, and he was wearing the
Toy Story.
Yeah, it's a little green alien hat, which was Logan made it famous from when he did that.
The Japanese.
Yeah, the video in the forest. So obviously Dylan's trying to take the piss out of that.
Because Logan Paul used to wear some wacky stuff, didn't he?
Yeah, it was all sorts of.
Like, he used to just wear some mad gear and do some mad things.
He done that, and then I think it was Tommy that come out next with his dad, Big John, and then it was KSI and Logan, and it was just chaos from the start, really.
Yeah. I think they was just trying to sell as much as they can. Well, that's what they're there for, isn't it?
Yeah. It's funny because, as I say, obviously, it's always been a thing with the YouTube and boxing, press conferences and weigh-ins and stuff, where it's all just shouting over each other. I've got the better this than you have, and this and that, and
But look, this one, I thought no one was good on the mic. No one like Conor McGregor, because him on the mic.
Well, that's where it's going to lead. So he sort of took it to the next level. McGregor did, didn't they? Do
you remember when they done the world tour when he was fighting Floyd Mayweather? And I think they done 5. It was like 5. I think one was in New York, one was in LA. I think one was in London.
Yeah, it was all over the place.
They done like 3 or 4 before the fight.
Yeah,
and
everyone was just there as well.
Yeah,
he's on a different planet, and McGregor.
Yeah.
It's really comical. So I think a lot of it, because they're trying to copy that and try and get that same reaction, it's always a bit of a reach.
Because they're always imitating, aren't they? Rather than creating.
Yeah. And again, you've seen a lot more of what Dylan's been putting on the social media, on Twitter, about X. I've only seen a couple where it's Logan's missus in the middle of the Tate brothers, and he's like, if I say what happened in this picture, I'll get jail time and whatever. So you've seen him put more pictures up.
Yeah, so it all started. I didn't know he was even engaged, and then I seen like a video of him like propose, and she said, "Yeah." The next thing you know, because you know why we work with TikTok when you know the algorithm.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck's going on here?" The next thing you know, it was just someone saying how this Dylan Dylan has put out like a load of photos of her with loads of celebrities and saying she's been ran through because she used to go with Leonardo DiCaprio for 2 years.
Well, what under 25-year-old hasn't
Yeah,
Leonardo DiCaprio slept with?
Because he made that dig at him at the press conference where Logan Paul said, "My girl's house is worth more than your net worth," and he went, "Yeah, it's probably because Leonardo paid for it."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Jamie Foxx, I think not Harry, Daniel Radcliffe, even was he got in there on one of the pictures. So it's not saying that she's obviously slept with all these people. Obviously, it is just photos with them, but it's just, you know, when you're around, LeBron James was one of them, and a lot of like American celebrities, like, you know, like in the TV scene. So me and you, I didn't recognise a lot of them.
Yeah.
But, you know, as I said, there was Jamie Foxx. There was a few I recognised: Daniel Radcliffe, LeBron James, you know, the Tate brothers, Leonardo DiCaprio. So it was just, you know, every day he's just coming out with it.
Well, I think it's a part of like just the circle that she hangs around with, because it's like how a lot of the footballers' wives, they're like being with other footballers and that before settling with like said one. It's like Rebecca Varda. I know she was with a lot of footballers before she finally got
Peter
with.
Andre, wasn't she? Peter Andre as well, yeah.
So before she finished off with Jamie, she got around a lot.
It's not just that, he's put videos of her, I don't know what program or what internet website it was for, whatever, but she was like, you know, I sucked a dick in a football stadium once, and like a lot of, you know, so it's just painting her in a certain way. And then you have people like, do you know Leah the pug? She's the Adams 22, is his name Adam 22, when he let her get shagged by that porn star?
I don't know.
So she's
rings a bell.
Yeah, she's defending it, you know, saying that this Dylan's like, you know, just a creep and whatever. But, you know, when you see these pictures, you just sometimes your mind just takes you there, like, obviously this happened.
She's a part of the younger generation, though, isn't it? So, you know, it's probably just the norm for him, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
she's probably going around to LeBron James and Leonardo DiCaprio with a video of herself choking on a rubber dildo, isn't it? You know, that's probably how she's got in with all these celebrities.
I mean, that is just pure basic nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, you can't start judging people on the number that they've got.
But I think this Dylan's gonna back out.
Well, yeah, he's not had a professional fight for like 2 years or so. I think he's only had 2 professional fights. Lost one because he got towed in his bollock or something. He's mainly just famous because he was a training partner with Conor McGregor. So yeah, it was hit and miss whether he was actually going to turn up to the press conference.
Because I can't remember who is his backup, but Logan Paul was saying to him, just try him because he's going to pull out.
Yeah.
Which I think he would, because I think Logan Paul would just run for
I think he will, to be honest.
But I think Tommy Fury is going to beat KSI. I want KSI to get knocked out.
It'll be...
Do you like the Sidemen?
I used to watch him a good bit, not like religiously.
Do you not find him irritating, that? Like,
more so now, but I think it's just the same as everything. You know, your taste changes, you get older though.
Yeah, that Ethan.
Yeah, he was one of the ones that was sort of like referencing where, you know, they were fat and then they trained and fucking got, you know, healthier. Yeah, he was more funny when he was fat lad. You know, now it's like, because he lost the weight, he's a bit big-headed. Obviously, he got his missus and like they got the baby now, so, you know, fair play with all that. Simon, he's got his charity, MM7.
Because that Simon does a podcast with
Randolph.
That's it.
Which, again, so Randolph's a rapper on YouTube and that, and he done the majority of songs with KSI, like Heskey Time and this and that, when obviously early KSI days. He's actually got some alright music, to be fair.
Has it?
Yeah.
I love that the one has Lou Gear behind him and like the Leeds badge, and the one has Nottingham Forest and then Umbra on behind them. I thought that's pretty cool. But they were saying that their podcast and doing well on one of this was a few months ago that the numbers are dropping.
I've not listened to theirs for a long time, to be honest.
I think that's the thing, and you gotta, because you will plateau at some point.
Yeah.
And it's finding your audience. I mean, you know, as it is, we do this every week.
Yeah.
In terms of, and it does get. I'm not saying we're playing. We're always on the rise, but
it has been, yeah, definitely.
yeah, it would be.
Again, we appreciate it.
You know, obviously, what's this 23 episode or 22? Sorry, is it 22?
This will be number 23.
23, sorry, yeah. So, you know, and I suppose they're probably hundreds in, and it's still trying to find to stay relevant and, you know, I suppose and be different at the same time.
Yeah, it's like, you know, we struggle a little bit sometimes to try and find something to talk about. I know a lot of it we're just going off on tangents. I mean, we've already done it again now.
But I feel that's what makes this podcast a bit different to other podcasts, is because it does go that way.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Because that's how conversations go, and you talk about one thing, leads to another thing, and then you go back to where you was ready to talk.
Yeah, I mean,
starting point.
Like, I know you do it yourself, and then when I'm listening back to it, and I start laughing, especially when you called Kirsty a puppet shagger. You know, he does apologise again for that. He didn't mean it, Kirst. So back to the press conference again. We will get to the end of it at some points. So yeah, between Dylan and Logan, there wasn't much really going on. It was just.
It's looked, as you said, they're all trying to get the upper hand.
Yeah, they're trying to shout over each other.
Yeah, just try to get the best digging in, isn't it? But it don't matter. You can. This is what I've always thought. If me and you was going to do a charity boxing match, I would never give it, because I couldn't give it and then get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, you got to sort of like just stay quiet. And just say, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens. Hopefully, I don't want to get knocked out. You know. But but obviously then Tyson Fury's dad started off. Yeah,
so I get it and I don't get it. So I don't see why John Fury was saying, "Come on then, have an arm wrestle you two right now," because it's not the 80s and that. No one arm wrestles these days. You know?
No one's rollerblading.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I think the last time I saw something like that was a Van Damme film, man. Fucking, like, no one does it. And then he's shouting in the background. He's like, you know, you just kids and you talking over each other. Nothing's getting done. And then all of a sudden he starts punching the table, slaps off the bloody the name badge things, and then he kicks the one table and he's fucking and then he boots another table, and then that's it. It's just chaos on the fucking stage. Then they're all trying to fucking get to each other, and I have to laugh because as I was looking at it, there's 4 of them holding John Fury back, and there's just one person holding Tommy, and he's doing the fake pushing into him. And then you see KSI is doing it as well, and then he's just laughing at him. And
you see stuff you
see stuff like that. It's not, if you really wanted to, you're not getting held back that much.
But these is so if they sign the contract, so if they was to hit someone, obviously they're entitled to more of the pass or a percentage of their money. So there's all this. No one really wants it in terms of that. It is just a sally.
And then when it comes to the face-off, they were trying to get a screen to put in front of Logan and Dylan Dennis.
I didn't see this. No, I saw the Tommy Fury and KSI one because KSI gave him a nickel push.
Yeah, so because they couldn't even find Logan and Dylan from the back, they'd just done one or something. So they managed to get KSI and Tommy out, and that literally was straight away just head to heads, chatting shit to each other, pushing the foreheads. Then it was 10 seconds after he's just fucking pushed him, and then it's all kicking off on the stage again. It's oh god. Look, I appreciate that they've got to do stuff like that because they're drawing the audience, they're getting the likes, the views, the clicks, and everything. Yeah. But it is just a bit much. Just just say you're gonna slap his head in and that's it. Just leave it at that. Just have your pictures and fuck off. But it's gonna be interesting, I think.
Yeah, no, I'll watch it, I suppose. Have you, obviously, talking about KSI and Logan Paul, you've had some prime. Now,
Yeah.
I've had some prime. Now, for the life of me, I can't understand what the hype was about.
Well, no.
Because don't get me wrong, it's a drink, but it's at
not
some
worth
point
it,
it was like 25 quid. I think even someone's going for like 100 quid.
Yeah, but it was that dickhead, weren't it? Fucking
Wakey Wines.
Wakey Wines, yeah. It's like £200 for like the box of 6 or something.
Yeah.
What? So it was pretty early when it first came out, when I just walked into a shop and there was some there, and it was like £1.50 a bottle, which, you know, that's borderline acceptable for a bottle of pop.
Well, you say that's how much you are now. Like even Coke.
I don't know. I saw some. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Your generic brands. It's borderline. I mean, I don't really drink much pop, to be fair. So I bought I don't know what the flavours are, but the red one and the green one. The red one was okay. The green one, you know, it was drinkable.
Do you have the ice pop one?
It's only the red and green that I've ever tried.
Because my partner said it tastes like medicine.
I'm guessing not the good kind.
No, you weren't.
Like
I didn't get the hype, mate.
It was mental because I remember like walking into Asda and you saw people crowding around, like as the manager or whoever's wheeling the paddy out, and like hasn't even unwrapped it, and like they're just like ripping the packet and fucking getting them out. It's like, chill out. Even there was one day, I'd got back from work, so like when I'm walking the dog, I've got my headphones on, noise cancelling, listening to music or some podcasts or whatever. And there's 2 young boys across the road. Like I see them a lot, to be fair. They're like 7 or 8. They're literally the primary school kids, and they had this sign. I saw them as I drove past them originally. They had the little sign, like, little paper sign saying Prime for like £3 or whatever. And then so I'm walking the dog, and then I could just about hear them shouting over. I thought, I'm not entertaining them, but like they're shouting to try and like see if I wanted to buy some of the Prime. I'm like, no. Like, you know, I'm not going to talk to them anyway, but you know, so it was just a ridiculous. I mean, it's still like hard to find on the shelves these days, really.
Well, I only brought some because when I was in Aldi, it was in a special price, and I was just like, never seen these here before, so I picked up the ice pop, the red one, and the green one, which I think is lemon and lime, or just lemon. Anyway. That was the best one, the green one. But yeah, I just didn't know what the hype was about. I just literally, when I had it, I was just like, yeah,
it's just another drink.
It's another drink.
Yeah. But again, that's down to their, obviously KSI and Logan Paul's just social media like output, really, isn't it? They've got that much of a fan base that they just sold the numbers. I know KSI was on like Good Morning Britain, whatever it is, and he was. Like he says, we thought we had enough. We thought we'd made enough and shipped enough out to the shops, but it just wasn't enough. There was like TikTok accounts going round, and like as soon as there was a delivery, they'd post it on, and then people were just driving for miles and miles to go to like an Asda or wherever and just raid the shelves. You know, it literally was just chaos, wasn't it? You know, like rampage, just riots and everything, just for a bog standard drink. And I love the way that the rip-off ones are around as well. So it's not the same coloured bottles, and it's like fuel or something.
Yeah.
Oh god,
I love that.
I haven't tried any of them.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it just makes you laugh though. And like, how they can fucking.
You can't beat a good rip-off, can you?
Yeah.
Like Alice Fair. Remember that for Red Bull?
Yeah. Oh god, some of them Red Bull rip-off ones are horrendous. God, they just tasted like petrol, didn't they? Ridiculous.
Ego in there.
Oh god. Well, not really. I've never been highly affected by caffeine, to be fair. I remember one time coming back from Worcester when we'd been on the beers.
Really?
And I don't know who was driving, but we'd stopped off at the petrol station. I grabbed 2 of the cheap ones, which were like 49p each. I remember downing them, and then literally fell asleep 5 minutes later in the car.
If I have one, I can't sleep. If I have one too late in the day, I can't sleep.
Doesn't affect me much. I mean, to be fair, it's mad because it's like I went into the shop earlier and there was 2 Red Bulls, so I grabbed 2 of the tropical ones. It was like £2 for them. What was I never have them. It was just because I saw them on offer. I was like, oh yeah, tropical flavour, sugar free, 3 calories per tin as well. Fucking all the savings.
Yeah, but no, I only brought that up because obviously they're both there and they both had all the prime. Like I think Castle Valley's prime necklace, they had all the beverages on there.
Yeah, it's one of the sponsors for the Zone as well.
Yeah.
Which again, the sponsor Barcelona,
Arsenal. And Bayern Munich now as well.
Yeah, Bayern Munich now as well.
They're doing alright.
Fair play to them. They're fucking, as I say, just from going as kids playing FIFA and whatever and that, just, on a camera, reacting, fucking all that. They've done well. Like, fair play to them. I've got nothing bad to say about them on that side of things.
Yeah.
Obviously it's the gravy train we're all chasing after these days, and we all want some of that YouTube money. So don't forget, we are on YouTube, Real Talking Pod. Go there and subscribe, share, and download, and all that. We do appreciate it. And if you are watching the videos, just give a little thumbs up and a
little like.
Yeah, always like it, please, even if you didn't like it. And just drop a comment on the video or something. We need more messages. We've not had any emails this week, which I'm a bit disappointed about.
Yeah, no, we was having a good run of emails.
Yeah.
And I feel, I don't know, as I've just said before, the emails just makes it seem worthwhile because you get in some correspondence.
Yeah, and in the best way possible to say, it's less work for us, really.
It makes it easier because...
Yeah, because we're just answering questions and, again, we go off on the tangents. But yeah, it's... if you want to send in a message, it's realtalkingpod@gmail.com. Anything you just want to say, really. Any questions, you need some advice. We've got the real advice, the real talk for you.
So real.
Yeah, Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it these days. It's at Ash and JD.
Wait, why is he calling it X now?
Why
did they do the X like?
I've not seen anything like that. I thought you was doing like Wakanda Forever or something.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Why did I do it? I would have said it. But why is he just?
I think because he started a new crypto, didn't he?
Called X.
Yeah, and I think that's why he changed it to it.
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, or D-Generation X.
Suck it. That one's better, isn't it?
Yeah. So, going on from that lot now then. So, as you will be listening or watching to this, I shall be in Poland.
Right.
So, I told you about the Brothers Stag Do the other week.
Yeshimesh, mate.
And...
Kubush.
Mate,
that's for the Polish. Honestly, the Polish people know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeshimesh, bravo. No, honestly.
No, it's because you done it and I just had Borat in my head there. Because it's like, Yeshimesh, they're nice.
Some Kubush out there.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wait.
Just use Google Translate or something.
What are you going in Poland for?
Rocklaw, is it? Rocklaw?
So is it any concentration camps? Because something that I've always wanted to do.
I really couldn't tell you.
So if you have time, you should definitely check that out.
Yeah, sure. Rocklaw is where the wedding is, I do believe. It's where I've been checking the weather for anyway. So.
I've seen somewhere where, I don't know if it's, obviously the beer and food's really cheap over there. Yeah,
so it's, it leads me on to a nice little story that does actually.
Right.
So it's almost 5 times, I don't know how to word it.
The exchange rate?
Yeah, the exchange rate, it's almost, so essentially £1 of our money is almost 5.
Did I not have euros?
Zloty.
Did I have euros?
No, it's not euros.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, it's Zloty, I believe it's called. I should know, because as I'll tell you now,
Zloty.
I don't know why it's such an effort, or it has been such an effort for me to exchange money. So last week I went, because conveniently for me, in my local Asda, there's one of the little money stations. So went there on Thursday or Friday, and wanted to exchange £300, and I've got one of the Asda travel money cards.
Right.
So I'd asked the lady if I could have £150 worth of the zloty on the card, and then the other 150 as the cash. So that way, if I go somewhere and they don't accept cash, I've got the card to pay. And so the ladies had a quick look. There was only £82 worth of Polish zloty there, so she's had to order some for me. So Monday, I've gone there, and this old man, I think he's not long started working at the Asda, because I've only recently started seeing him hovering around. I say hovering in the politest way, because he's like sort of like curved over. He hasn't really got a hunchback, but he's just like old, like just leaning
just
forward,
timid,
sort of. Yeah, he's got the timid frame.
He's in your way.
He probably would have been if he wasn't the other side of the screen. So I've says, I placed an order for some Polish zloty, and he's just whipped out this case. He's pulled out an envelope with the money in. He's like, oh, hang on, what's the name for it? And he's already got it in his hand, so it must have just been me that's asked for some anyway. So, the professionality just wasn't in the window in the first place. So I give him the name. So it was 730 zloty as the cash. And I was thought, right, so there's £300. I want half of it on the card, half as the cash. And he's tippy tapping on his calculator on the computer, and then he's like, if I do this, you'll lose 7p. I was like,
yeah, because he'd has to. Yeah, do you understand? Yeah.
From what I thought was I'd lose 7p just because of them doing a transaction and whatever exchange, but no, he must have had OCD. So going off the 730 that he had as the cash, he was trying to make it an even number to go onto the card, and so he's asking me this and that. I'm like, mate, just type it in. I don't care if you have to take the difference off of the £300 cash towards the cash there and then offset it on the card. I don't need it to be exact amounts. I just want you to take my £300 and fucking do your job. You've got 730 there. Put the rest of it on the card. It doesn't have to be an exact number. Like, so he's making a mess of it. I've ended up having to pay an extra £1.38 just so he could get 730 on the card as well. I just don't see why it was such a fucking hassle. I've got like 5 people standing behind me.
Is it just not the case that it's £301.30 to get the 700 slide that you wanted?
No,
or is that what the lady already done that? Well, the previous time told you how much it's going to be.
No, so I didn't know exactly how much it was going to be. It was just there was 730 on the cash, and so all he had to do was whatever English sterling it was for that 730, just needed to take that off and then put the rest of the sterling onto the card as the zloty. But he's trying to make it a round number. I didn't care if it was 724 and 58 cents, whatever the individual pennies are. I wasn't bothered about that, but he just wanted it to be a round number. So it was like 20 minutes of standing there, and he just, what he was trying to do, he couldn't get his words out. I'm like, mate, just type the number in on the computer. It will give you the number that it has to be. Like, I don't know why you're making it awkward. So yeah, I ended up an extra £1.38, which I didn't have any change on me. So he's had a fiver off me, and then give me change back. I'm like, oh god, it's so awkward. People are looking at me, and I'm like, it's not my fault. It's him. It's him. Like, I know you're after your euros or whatever, but it's not me. It's him. God. And so, like, yeah, done that. Bags packed. The wedding arrangement of well, I read the messages to your missus earlier, and even she was laughing at it. So it's like a Polish tradition where it's a 3-day wedding.
3 day.
Yeah.
So do you go hard every day, or do you filter up or filter down?
Man, I'm going hard tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the morning when I get to the airport. Booking breakfast and beers. VIP lounge, any kid, you know.
That's it, the top shagger.
Yeah, married, top shagger. So yeah, none of that these days. But it's a bit of a it's a surprise for me brother and that. No one knows that I'm going because it was a late dropout for my auntie not being able to go. So yeah, I'll pay for the transfer and then I'm going then. So it's going to be a surprise for my brothers and sisters that are getting the same flight tomorrow morning, and then I won't see the brother that's getting married until Friday. And yeah, he doesn't know. I spoke to him last week. I was like, yeah, you know, make sure you have a good time and that, you know, best wishes for the day. So yeah, it's going to be quite funny to see his expression. I'm going to try and record it. I mean, I suppose if I can, I might be able to put it on a video edit of episode 24. To be fair, that's if it's a funny enough reaction. I know what I've got in my head, but it might just be like, fucking hell, Joe, what are you doing now?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I think it's going to be interesting to see her face. Like, he's missed his face, because no doubt she's slagged me off, saying, like, I can't believe your brother's not coming, even though none of them come to my wedding. Just because I'm going to sound like a bit of a cunt here, but I am a cunt anyway, so I don't care. With my wedding, no kids were allowed.
Yeah.
Because the way I see it, a wedding is an adult party for adults to have fun. So when kids are running around, you're not enjoying yourself to the maximum level. You're not having the realest of time because you're looking after the kids.
Well, yeah, and it, you know, everyone's different. So obviously, it was yours and your partner's day. You chose, like, that was your choice.
Yeah.
So just had to be that way, innit?
Yeah.
You know, and when you got kids, it's an excuse then to go home. I remember saying to you on the build up to your wedding, just an excuse. I've got to go back to the kids. Yeah,
and then I appreciate that, but when you've got like over 12 months to get a babysitter and you don't,
yeah.
You know, this isn't a rant, by the way. You know, it's already been discussed between them and myself. You know, it wasn't an issue. I weren't bothered. It was their loss at the end of the day because it was a good day, good food,
really good food, man, really good day.
Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to the kids' entertainment section and all the kids running around. But as I say, it's not my wedding. You know,
how many people are going? Because obviously he's in Poland, so
yeah. So because of the venue, they had to pay for, I think it was something like 120 worth of like meals and that, but it's something stupid, like 40 odd people have dropped out.
Yeah.
I'd say dropped out, it's just people couldn't go because obviously it's quite an upheaval and an expense to get over to Poland for, you know, what is essentially 3 days of a wedding. Because originally I wasn't going to go. It's literally just because I dropped out that I'm going. You know, and again, if my wife wasn't working at home for a couple of days, I wouldn't have been able to because of the dog. I'm not going to put him in a kennel or get someone else to look after him because Sam's having a child, really. Like, I'm not going to put the child in a foster home for a couple of days to go on holiday, and I'm not going to put the dog in a kennel for a couple of days. So
where are they going on the honeymoon?
I don't know. They'll be spending another week in Poland after the wedding. So
that's why. That's because obviously when it's, I know when people get married like in Cyprus, they have the honeymoon there as well.
Yeah.
And I know some people actually have the wedding in Cyprus, and then when they come back, they have like a, you know, just like horror, like a little social club.
Yeah,
just have like a party there, just so everyone that couldn't make it can obviously, you know, just make an all of you over here.
Yeah. I believe he is doing something like that when he comes back. But I know basically when he comes back, so overall he would have spent 2 weeks in Poland, and then when he comes back he's literally straight back to work. So it'll just be once he's recovered from his, well, it's only going to be Saturday because he's not going to be able to get up and carry on drinking on Sunday and Monday like the tradition states. So he's going to really struggle. You know, he rang me a couple of days after his stag do and he was still feeling rough.
The lad, as I said, the lads that want me stag do going.
Only a couple.
Wow.
Yeah, as I say, it's quite expensive. For my younger brother, his missus and the 2 kids, that was over £1,000 for the flights.
Well, for 4 nights, 3 nights.
3 nights. So yeah, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. So we'd land Thursday.
And then you got all the
morning.
spending money as well. And on top
Yeah. So it is quite an expense. But you know, as long as they're both happy at the end of it, that's always the main thing. So yeah, hopefully next episode I'll have some events, some funny stories to tell. I don't know how to translate of a Polish woman trying to deep throat a dildo on a video to me. She might have to have some subtitles on it if she doesn't speak English. I think I will just be Google translating everything. Because it's a bit like mainstream Wales, really, where they don't speak English. They can, but they won't.
Yeah.
No, it should be an interesting and fun weekend. When I did check the other day, it was meant to have been thunderstorms Friday, Saturday and Sunday, but it's changed now. It's just raining Saturday and Sunday. But hopefully that doesn't ruin the wedding too much. It's still going to be hot though, 30 odd degrees each day. So I've got my factor 50 ready. You know, got to keep this ginger skin nice and white. So yeah, that'll be
be an interesting few days for you.
Yeah, and as I say, hopefully some funny stories for the next episode. And so to round it off, I thought we could just do a couple of little would you rathers then.
Right, now this starts from because this started on an episode that obviously what happened? Did the file get corrupted or?
Yeah. The recording equipment. Literally every time now we do a pre-check, a couple of mic checks, just to make sure that the recording equipment works. The camera, we had the video footage, but there was no audio with it, which I don't know what's happened with the camera pretty much since then as well, because a lot of the time I don't really need to use what we record for the microphone. It sounds okay enough on the camera, but we want that pristine, real sound coming in your ears.
Yeah. So this stems from the episode that obviously that we couldn't pull out when
Which
we
was
went.
2 episodes, actually, wasn't it?
It was 2 years. We went out, so we done one before we went out, and then we came back, and then we done. Was that?
Yeah, because it was episode 10. I know we've already said it on a previous one, but for all the new listeners, thanks for listening and tuning in. It was originally episode 10, which was the Jubilee week.
Yeah.
Not Jubilee, sorry, the coronation weekend.
That's the one, yeah.
For sausage fingers. And so, we actually made an effort as well.
That's
we had
cool.
Yeah, we had the flag on the background and some little handheld flags as well. I was going to get a crown, but I didn't want to spend too much money on it all. So that was the original episode 10. Then the last episode 11 as well was a bit of a drunken.
It was kind of like a game show one, wasn't it? It was kind of like gimmicky like that. But and the question was, and we have spoken about it in a few other episodes, is would you rather get pegged or get pissed on? Now,
that was a more recent one. The one that was on the last episode was the gorilla one.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So on that one was, would you rather have no hair at all or just be covered in hair?
Yeah, be as hairy as a gorilla.
That's it. And you said
I'd be hairy.
And I said I'd be bald.
Yeah, and you just weren't having it. You wouldn't accept my would you rather answer.
Well, this is why it's great, because then going on, I said I would rather get pissed on, and JD said he'd rather get pegged, which is a bit gay. But so that's here we are. So yeah,
it's only gay if you push back though.
No, it's real gay.
Real talk.
Right, I've got one for you.
Go on then, I'm ready.
Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
See, looking in 150 years, I don't know what that's going to achieve because, let's just say you're seeing a flying car or something. What are you going to benefit from that? Because it's not like you'll be able to really get the technology from it and use it now. Plus, we wouldn't understand it. I barely understand how to use this fucking equipment, really. So, I suppose it just have to be 10 minutes because at least then... Yeah, 10 minutes, because the way you'd be able to utilise that would be watching a football, bang on a bet, so-and-so is about to score, stick 100 quid on, and, if you go into a casino, you know what number's going to come up on the roulette machine and stuff.
Yeah, it's an easy life.
That's the only answer for me. 10 minutes in the future. It wouldn't work for the lottery, because you have to get your ticket an hour, before it's drawn.
You could go to the casino and do
casinos and that. 10 minutes.
Live betting on the football.
Horse racing and that as well. Essentially, for any instant gambling, it's the way forward for that. Then.
No, I thought that was an interesting one, but I'd agree with that
10
one.
minutes.
Yeah. Just for that reason alone, mate.
Yeah. So I've got one here for you then.
Go on then.
Would you rather brush your teeth with clean toilet water from your own toilet, or drop your phone in a porta potty? So, portable toilets.
I'd rather brush my teeth.
So,
my toilet's sparkling, mate.
I know it'd be the toilet water for me as well, because one of my pet peeves is not having a clean toilet. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't like scrub it every day, but one of the worst things is when I go into a customer's house and they've not got the toilet brush out and a bit of bleach and cleaned it. There was a job the other week. Oh my gosh. Literally, like the downstairs toilet, the guest toilets, there was just scutters all over the place. And it's like, and that's not from us, by the way, because it's just horrendous. When our kid goes to the toilet, you always know when he's gone for a dump because he bleaches the toilet and everything. I think he does it to try and hide the stench, but it never works. But I just don't see it's lazy, it's ignorant.
And you wouldn't do it in your own house, would you?
Yeah. So why do you think it's acceptable for strangers essentially to come in and see this shitty toilet? Horrendous. So I'm always cleaning mine, making sure. When I'm having a full deep clean of the whole bathroom, don't bother with the marigolds because I'm going to wash my hands anyway. But I'll get my hand with a scour or a sponge or whatever, and I'll get around the U-bend and everything, give it a good proper fucking clean.
Yeah, so we're in agreements with that one.
Toilet water.
Did I ever tell you that someone shit on the floor at work?
Oh God, I don't think you did.
No. Look, obviously we do talk about shit a lot.
Yeah. Real shit.
But same again. Going into work one morning, Gaffer calls us. He went, "Did you use the toilet last night?" I was like, yeah. And he was like, "Why'd you do that then?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He said, "You should have on the floor." I was like, "No."
Oh, God.
I said, "No, it wasn't nothing like that. I just obviously just took a piss." But I know I was the last one in there that day because I locked it up. So anyway, the next day I've come in, there's shit on the floor. So
2 days in a row?
No. So
yeah.
So when I went into work, the gaffers called and said, "Did you go to the toilet last night?" I said, "Yeah." And he started having a go at me, thinking it was me. And I was like, "I only had a piss. What have I done?" And he was like, "Someone shit on the floor." So it must have happened in the time of opening up in the morning and me coming in.
Yeah.
And mate, I had a look in there, and he was literally whoever had a shit. The toilet seat weren't even down, so he was up, and then there was so shit on the rim, not on the seat, and then on the floor. Like, who does that? And then not pick it up, like.
Yeah, I mean, that's embarrassment, shame, and I'm guessing there must have been still half cut from the night before or something to not even attempt to do any cleaning.
Mate, absolute shocking.
Yeah. I don't know. some people can do it, because I know with one of our mates, I don't know if he quits or got sacked from kicking off, but it's like he'd go into the bathroom at work and there'd be shit all over the walls and all over the toilet itself, like, and oh god, I just don't know how some of these people can do it, man. I get it with different cultures. You come from a different country and you're not used to having civilized toilet systems, but surely you'd think, this is amazing, look what I can use now to get rid of this stuff out of me, and you just use it.
Have you saw those ones in Japan where it shoots water up your bum?
Yeah, a little cheap day.
Yeah, but like it's proper high tech, so it's like it don't just shoot water. I'm sure it like cleanse, it like steams and everything.
Yeah, they've got all sorts of
so
different
it don't
ones.
smell
It talks you and everything.
Yeah. I'd love to try one of them ones.
Yeah,
I'd love to go to Japan actually. I think we spoke about that.
I think we did, yeah. But otherwise, there is, I think it's called Tushy, where it's a little attachment that goes onto the toilet, and it's like a little home bidet. They're not that expensive, to be fair. I'm sure there's discount codes or something, but the last I saw, they were like £100.
Not too bad.
No, and apparently you can do it yourself. I know I'd be able to do it myself anyway. So off from that shit talk again.
Right.
What's another one? Ash.
So, would you rather be a genius and know everything,
Already am.
or be amazing at any activity you tried? Now, I know which one I'd rather do.
I suppose be amazing at any activity.
Yeah, so.
Because again, you can just like, I mean, I know I've not played football for a long time. Still got the skills as a goalkeeper though. I'll get onto that in a sec. But yeah, you know, I suppose that literally does go on to anything. Like, I want to draw this picture. Pick up a pen.
Football.
Fucking, yeah, you just like never done anything before. Let's have a go.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty much there on the graph level anyway. You know. But yeah, I've still got the techers when it comes to being a top class goalkeeper.
What?
So there was one incident the other week. You know what it's like when you get home on a Friday, you've picked up some bevs on the way home, and they've not come out of the fridge oil, they're, you know, room temperature. So you put one in the freezer, get it nice and cold, and I'd open the door, and the can slid out, and I've caught it before it's hit the floor. And the wife was standing behind me, and she's looked at me, and I was like, still got it. And then there was another one the other day. As we was doing a bit of plasterboarding or whatever, I've turned around, and the 6 foot spirit level has started to slide, and was gonna hit the other lad on the head. But I've heard it starting to move, and I've turned around awkwardly, caught it, and it was about 6 inches from hitting him on the head.
Oh, yeah.
Just got the cat-like reflexes.
Mate, well, talking about graphed and measured up spirit levels, I put some pictures up, mate. Bang on. Honestly, you'd be proud, mate.
And use your little Phillips head screwdriver as well.
Yeah, mate, that's a lifestyle. I didn't actually, because I did for some cars, but not for that. But I just, the sticky things you put on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate, honestly, bang on. Not a mill out.
Good. I'll get my level out next time. Would you rather get a face tattoo of something you choose, or a tattoo in a discrete area but someone else chooses it randomly?
This great one.
Yeah.
I think anything there. No.
It's like, because
I suppose you could get like a little tear then.
Yeah, I mean, if I was willing to shave the beard, I could get something on like the jawline and then shave the beard back out again. It wouldn't be too much of a stretch for me, because obviously I've got the neck tattoo, but yeah, I wouldn't want anything on the face. And so because of the beard, I haven't got much free skin on the face really.
Yeah, you just rather get like
just
out the way and
let someone choose like a pig on the arse cheek or whatever. Yeah, be sound any. So yeah, discreet tattoo it is then.
Yeah, same here for me. Sorry, I've just lost mine. But I did see a good one, and it was: would you rather have the ability to read minds or the ability to move objects with your mind?
So, I wouldn't want to. Oh well. So is it read minds?
So
or hear everyone's thoughts. So am I choosing when I get to read minds, or am I just constantly getting everyone's thoughts?
Do where you can literally you get to.
Yeah, if I'm choosing to read people's minds,
you can just like go into like walk past him, see what he's saying. You can then pick that up.
if it's that, if I'm choosing to read them, then yeah, I'd have that. Because as cool as it would be to be able to like, you know, Matilda it and start moving a glass of water and shit. Yeah, I think it'd just be again. It's always down to money.
Matilda was so overrated. Fucking shit movie.
Yeah, I didn't really enjoy it too much.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
again, there's a lot of them that I didn't like. You know, Harry Potter and that fucking dead.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings dead.
I've never watched Lord of the Rings.
I haven't watched any of them. I remember the first Harry Potter when we was in primary school. They put it on, because you know we used to all love the days that the TV would get wheeled in. Because TVs used to be like a semi-detached house, and you couldn't pick it up and move it around easily. It'd be on a big trolley and get wheeled into the classroom.
I remember it was like bittersweet. TV come in, I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
As you know, as you are like when you're 10, 11 and bring the TV, Romeo and Juliet. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, most of the time I never paid attention to the films, really, but I just remember the Harry Potter being put on and I just went to sleep. Like, I watched like 5 minutes of it and I thought, yeah, that kid probably deserves to be locked under the stairs, and just went to sleep.
Also, as well, Harry Potter. Have you watched any more of them?
No.
Your man's rich, basically. His mum and dad were rich, left him fucking shitloads of coins in the bank. Why don't he saw his mate Ron out? Ron's got holes in his clothes.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Hook your brother up, innit?
I get it, like, yeah, if his mate's fucking a piss tramp and that,
well, Ron's family and it's supposed to be poor. You've got loads of money and you're living with her. Come on, mate.
Yeah. I don't know, but she was...
How can you be poor if you've got magic as well?
I know, because you'd be doing tricks on the streets and that, and busking and shit.
Yeah, and just like...
Yeah, Penn and Teller.
They went on one of the scenes, they're going in a little tent. It's like a big tent, so just do that to your house.
What, like the TARDIS? TARDIS?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
The fucking blue phone box anyway.
Yeah.
Doctor Who.
Real nerds, mate.
All the nerds. All the knowledge. All the scientific shit.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking about that. Also, you ever watched Braveheart?
Yeah.
I've never watched it.
Not for a long time.
Yeah.
But
so like, I've been told I don't watch man films, so I watched Top Gun. The first one,
yeah, but that's gay though, ain't it?
Mate, really gay.
To be fair, I do enjoy the film. I've not seen the second one, Maverick, yet.
Also, who wears jeans on a beach? Who wears my god, who wears jeans in a gym? Weird people out there, mate.
Yeah, it was just a part of those times though, weren't it?
Well, jeans on a beach is a part of... You saying that was a thing?
For Americans back in the 70s or 80s or whatever.
Do you remember? I can't remember any other movie where I've seen jeans on a beach. I've seen it, I was like, mate, and he's playing volleyball?
Yeah, I don't know, it was like the ripped jeans and all that, like the ripped shorts.
Wouldn't you rather just whack your jeans off like that British me, go boxers?
Well, I would have just been wearing just swim shorts, essentially.
Yeah, because that's a normal thing to do. But what I'm saying is, if you rocked up and all the other lads are playing volleyball in jeans, oh fuck me, I'm be higher. Whack these jeans off, play my boxers.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were sponsored by Levi's or something. Yeah, denim. But yeah, I've not watched the second one.
Also, they don't make man films now, do they?
Well, that's what I'm trying to think of. What man film should I recommend for you then? If you've got any at home, man films, real men films, like, real men crisps.
McCoys, boy.
Yorkie bars.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Nah, but I watched your Rocky.
I know
Yeah.
That's what you class as a man film.
Yeah. So I think Neil said, well, my mate said to watch Predator because there's a scene where is it Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the first one, and he goes up to that geezer and he goes, he played Apollo in Rocky, and was like, something you son of a bitch, and then they both do that. Oh, that's the other thing. Rambo. Never watched Rambo. He said, you ain't watch Rambo. It just kills people. Fucks girls.
Yeah, because I think like Rambo 5, it was just ridiculous at one point because he's literally like, he's there like with like a big Gallic gun, and there's like hundreds of these fucking like foreign soldiers running towards him, and he's like, and you just see blood flying everywhere.
It's always funny. So is it? So he's been left in the jungle alone 5 times by accident or on purpose?
No. Spoilers alert for anyone that hasn't watched the more recent ones. The last one that I saw, it was like, because essentially he's retired, he's like got his own farm and whatever, and I think someone got kidnapped, like I don't know, say it's his goddaughter or something like that. I'd had a few drinks when I watched it. So then, ends up raging war against them, and then digs a load of trenches himself by hand, plants bombs. They come to kill him at his own place. He ends up fucking them up. It's definitely manly films. I suppose.
Is John Wick a manly film? I've never watched one of them.
John Wick.
Is that what it is? Keanu Reeves.
I've not seen them.
No.
I don't know.
Taken, are they man films? I've watched them.
Again,
I should watch them actually.
No, because see the line that we're going down of like man films.
We should do one of these. Obviously leave this for now.
What, another top 3?
Well, not top 3 man films, but what we define as man films. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I was pretty much going to say what I thought. It's like it's sort of just old school, isn't it? So as we've already said, like the Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because again, you could probably say that Terminator is more of a man film.
And never watched one of them as well.
The first couple are okay. I've not seen any of the later ones with Kristen Bell in and that. Jean-Claude Van Damme films.
Yeah, my dad used Kickboxer. Lethal Weapon is our man film.
Lethal Weapon, Mel Gibson. Yeah, geezer. Again, Braveheart.
Just don't do them anymore, do they?
They really don't.
Have you heard about this Snow White thing? The
Yeah,
actress just being like, she's playing Snow White, but then being anti-Snow White in terms of not just literally just being anti everything about the movie.
Yeah, and
like
then
the original movie.
The shorter people are kicking off about it because it's not and the 7 dwarves anymore, is it? It's just going to be 7 normal sized people.
Yeah. Why can't it be dwarfs though?
Because of the woke society that we live in. I don't get why not. It's just stupid. Fucking. Fair. It is. It's just being too politically correct.
It's called Snow White.
And the 7 dwarfs. Yeah.
Okay. I take it this could just be called Snow White then, anyway.
I imagine so. Yeah.
Disney are fucking up at the moment, aren't they?
Well, it's like, did you see it the other week with when the trailer dropped for the new Willy Wonka film? I'll take that as a no. So, obviously, you know of the Oompa Loompas originally were played by dwarfs. So with the new one, it's Hugh Grant as the Oompa Loompa. So obviously, Hugh Grant is a normal sized person.
Right.
And they've CGI'd him down to a little orange man. And people were kicking off about that. So, he's a shit, really.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on?
I know, like, again, I know we've said it before on one of the podcasts, with Brendan Fraser, the film The Whale. Again, I've not seen it.
No, I haven't seen it.
You know, people moaning about that. Well, why can't you get a morbidly obese person to play this fucking character? Oh, it gets too much sometimes. Like, who gives a shit, really? Like, I get it with the dwarves kicking off for not having dwarves in the film. But there was I can't think of what the film was now, but your man from Hot Fuzz, so not Simon Pegg, the other one, Nick Frost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, him and a couple other people, again, normal sized people, they were CGI to look like dwarves, essentially, for whatever that. It was like a fairy tale style film. And a lot of people moan about that. But so, if you can't get all the actors that you need for it, like, essentially, there's controversy either way, because they've got moaned at for normal sized people being portrayed as dwarves, and then if it was dwarves, they'd get moaned at for like making them look stupid or something.
Yeah.
So there's just no win situation out of it, really, is there?
Because I heard there might be a recasting. I don't know if it's true or just talk.
What, Snow White?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But because what she said, they already know it's gonna flop. Like The Little Mermaid and what was it? Eternals was that one a remake, but the latest one with that was called Eternals, which flopped as well.
I don't even know what it was.
Apparently they're gonna do. Is it Rapunzel?
There is Rapunzel.
Yeah, they're gonna do a live one of that.
Okay.
Yeah. Why do they keep doing the same story and change it? Why just do a new story?
But it was like when they did the live action version of fucking The Lion King as well, innit? So.
No, that one was true though. That one stick to the
It's the
animation.
same film, though, but so they don't need to keep remaking it.
Yeah, so if they keep remaking them and the changing what made it that movie, just do a different
magic of the original one.
Just do a different movie.
Well, even touching back to Willy Wonka, look, this is the third iteration of Willy Wonka.
Was Johnny Depp done one?
Yeah, Johnny Depp done one.
That didn't seem that long ago.
You know what? I bet that was fucking
I've
probably
never
15, 16 years ago or something. Yeah, I don't get it. How many times can you retell the same story?
Yeah.
It's a bit like how many times can you rant about Sam Smith as well?
Real.
I mean, a lot, to be fair.
You know, he's been quiet though, hasn't
he? He has. He's obviously listened to us and listened to me, and he's probably took a look in the mirror and thought, I need to sort myself out. Stop being a dickhead. Which hopefully he does. Right, I think on that insults, we shall call that a pod. Bit longer than normal. Yeah, thanks for listening. Hope you're still there. Obviously, they're still there. They love us.
Yeah, but yeah, please email in. We do like anything, just any questions, just any thoughts. Just please email in. As we said earlier, it makes it all worthwhile.
Really does. We do always appreciate it. It literally can be about anything. If you want to just say hello, any questions, any advice, try and slag us off or whatever. Dan, you're slacking on it. David has been scared off.
Right. David don't listen no more.
I don't know. He's probably locked out his email address or something. I can't see us losing David. Kirsty, hopefully you've not emailed him because
getting some new dick.
Yeah, you balls deep all the time. I don't know what the term would be for a woman, really. Obviously for men it's like balls deep and everything.
Would it be fudge? Oh, that's a good one.
Fulfilled, let's just say. Hopefully you're fulfilled.
Fudge fulfilled.
Yeah, full of that cream. Cream. Men. Real talk. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, download, all the things. You know what to do. Don't need to keep reminding you. But yeah, don't forget, do it please. Thank you. See you next time. Peace.